Okay, I am definitely starting a bit later than I usually do today. I had to troubleshoot a little bit off stream. My PC started acting funny, but it is what it is at that point. Um, Gotta finish setting up just a tiny bit more. I just wanted the stream to start going, but I mean, go ahead and chat. I'll get in set up real quick. But today, a cool day. Let's see, hang on. Ugh, I don't like how my thumbnail turned out. Well, I suppose whatever at this moment. Um, yeah. So today's stream is pretty unique. I'd say. Um, I caught myself kind of gaming too much. Is the best way I can put this right now. um, so I wanted to move on to my next road, which is a mask. Because one of the things I did want to do was IRL stuff. And so so I need something to cover my face. And I'm thinking, why not do something cool? Let me go ahead and put this in the chat real quick. And okay, now let me go ahead and grab some of my stuff real quick. I am still. I didn't plan this as great as I wanted to, unfortunately. But did I not shred this already? Okay. I do have a bunch of newspaper. You can probably hear it. Second. Where's my stuff? Oh my god. Where's my thing I had set up? This is embarrassing. Where the hell did I put it? It was just here. Oh my god. uh... Oh, I'm blind. Okay. Right in front of me. Ah. uh. Boom, boom, boom. To get the chat open. Here we go. I think. No, that's not everything. Where are my gloves? Anyways, let me tell you about my PC just now, because that is the main thing that is causing these issues right now for me not being prepared and ready. Like, I was using it perfectly fine the whole day, and all of a sudden it wants to slow down, start acting like it's no good, like it's a cheap PC. I can't be having that, bro. Okay, you know, it looks like I'm gonna have to probably get messy today. And that sounds wrong after saying it. But, cannot find my rubber gloves. Well, anyways, okay, let me, man, 7 minutes already went by, that's no good. Okay, let me get all my things ready. Okay, I'm gonna be about here. My apologies for this bad setup time. I'm almost ready. Okay, I think that's good. It's not good. Okay. I think I'm ready. Oh, I'm nervous. Let's see. Is this... Why did the tracking stop? Is this good? No! My tracking reset. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't want to bother with it too much more. Okay. So I went ahead and went through the trouble of doing several things. Wait, hold on. Okay, let me see if that's too loud. Is it too loud? La la la. Okay, I don't think it doesn't sound too loud. I had to reset my settings on my audio and OBS as well. Like, I had to reset a whole lot of stuff. It sucks, like, majorly. But, okay. We're getting started now. I'm not gonna stall anymore. So, today, I am building a paper mache mask. Because I want to do IRL streams? I don't know. I know that I mentioned this a while ago, like a long while ago. How long ago was it? It was a couple months at this point now. But I wanted to be like a project kind of streamer, and not mainly gaming. You know, it's confusing because I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what I want at this point. Because I've been enjoying, like, doing the gaming stuff. I mean, who's not gonna enjoy playing video games? I'm gonna be honest. Like, seriously. But, yeah. But shoot, how do I want to say this? Okay. I did a couple too many gaming streams so far, so I want to get back to the project streams. I want to do a project. I've been itching to do a project, like, badly. You know, I want to do a project on Tuesday, but my friends were begging me, oh, let's play some repo. So that's what I did Tuesday. But okay, I'm out. So, oh, by the way, I'd like to show off this table here, this super duper intricate table that I also intricately crafted. It's a pretty cool one. You know, it's a genuine cardboard. I don't want to move it too much because I don't want to bump the camera by accident. But yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm not gonna stall too much longer. So, what I went ahead and did was I got several materials specifically for this project, and the main one is the newspaper here. This is all the important one. I have a whole lot of more newspaper on hand. Like, a lot of newspaper. I'm definitely not gonna run out of newspaper for this project. I do have more than enough newspaper for this whole ordeal. But this is just a small sampling of what I have already set up. Oh, okay. This is the important thing here, because I would not have been able to do this part on stream specifically. So I will give some context. I am very familiar with paper mache mask making. I've made tons of paper mache masks. I've made plenty of masks, actually. You see that here? This is one of my masks that I've made before. This was my original channel mask, actually, but I barely ever used it because, well, there's my gloves. Oh my god. They were inside here. Okay, well, this is my original channel mascot mask that I made super long ago, but this shit sucks inside. It's kind of smelly, I'm gonna be honest, but it's also hard to see. You know, let me, like, kind of put this like this. Does this work? This is like my view whenever I'm wearing it. And like, you can see, but up to a point, like, you can, it's hard to see this thing, and it's hard to breathe. Mask of Pure Heat Stroke. Yes, Deus, it really is. I used to wear this thing, like, a lot, and it sucked ass. So, I'd like something that's comfortable. And like I was saying, I'm very familiar with paper mache mask making. So I do know how to make something that's super sturdy and also like super comfortable. And now that I've found these, incidentally, let me put them on. I won't get messy today. Alright, other materials. So, basic mache making material. I suppose I should go over before I get into the actual process of this. Also, hello Deus, how is your day? Am I saying Deus right? I know what the word is, but I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. Anyways, so this is our first very special ingredient for paper mache. It is a very messy and flammable powder known as cornstarch. And it's brand new, so lucky me. Next, I overbought this next item. Like, this, what I have here, is way too much. Or way more than what I'm gonna need. But this is a giant tub of a transparent glue. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually not sure if clear glue works different than the regular Elmer's white glue. But it should be the same. It should act the same. I hope. And now, our very special last ingredient. This is white powder here. Now, there's no need to worry. It's not the adult sugar that people are that it might look like. It's just regular table salt. Clear glue should be more liquid compared to the usual white. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. I am happy that you mentioned that, actually. So, that's something to keep in mind. Which means... Wait, actually, yeah, thanks for mentioning that. That means I'm gonna need less water. I do have a jug of... Not a jug. Water! Right here. I gotta be careful with this. I set this wrong. Or it's the same over there. You know what? I'll see the consistency. I'll know when I start pouring it. Here's my water in a Taco Bell cup. But yeah, this is pretty much it. This is all I need. Well, I went far away. Let me sit down and towel, just in case. I don't want the water to spill everywhere. Okay, so let me just get started. So let me get a knife. This is scuffed. But it's okay, I am a professional. Mostly. Truly a way to open a safe way. You know, yeah, you know what? I wasn't cut, was I? So that is a very true statement. Oh my god, this is already pouring out. Okay. Let me just keep the knife on hand just in case. Man, it's already pouring out. Oh my god. You gotta be careful and not make a mess with this. Okay, this should be enough. I think. For now. I can always add more. I should be able to get a good portion of the mask made today. I'm thinking. Because this process does actually take a while, unfortunately. I'm not gonna use all the salt for this. I just need a good amount. Anyways, the purpose of the salt. Gang, don't even test with a small bit first, just raw dogging it. Hell yeah, I'm raw dogging it, dude. I am very used to, like, I've done this plenty of times enough to know how much I need. It's just one of those natural things that you just learn off. Oh fuck! It's just one of those things that you learn after doing it. You know, I do the same thing when I like cook, because I do cook like very often. I cook most of my meals. It is because, well, it's two reasons why I cook my meals. It is mainly because I'm poor, but I also enjoy eating homemade food compared to fast food. And ew. This came off weird. Ew. Okay. Let's see the consistency of this. You know what? This looks about the same as white glue. That seems about right. I don't know if this can be heard. But it's like making a kind of sound. Ew. Wow, look at... What the fuck? Oh, wait. I didn't put the water in, that's why it's weird. Let me get the water. Now I'm gonna be using most of this right now. I'm gonna have to get more water if I do a second batch. Maybe. You know what? Probably not. Let me just mix this all up. Oh, by the way, the camera that I'm using to record my hands right now is the one on the hole that I did make. I haven't actually made the completion video yet. I'm just gonna have that as a regular video because I don't know, those live streams didn't do as hot as the other ones as the other live streams I've been doing, so I went ahead and just said, you know what, may as well just go ahead and just finish it on my own time, kind of deal. Man, this is disgusting. I am glad. Put a Subway Surfer flip over him. You know, I actually did put a Subway Surfer clips in the stream, in the camera stream, because of how slow it was doing. That was more as a joke, but... I probably should have used one hand for this. Okay, you know what's not making that, like, that, sound that it was before, but it feels really gross. The consistency is almost right, though. I'm gonna need more glue. Like, I can already tell. Yeah. Didn't expect it to look this watery. It should look chunky. Yeah, a bit chunkier. But, I might have put just a bit too much water this time. You know, I was thinking I was gonna need more water, but surprisingly, I didn't. So, I don't know, more cornstarch and glue is gonna be needed. I don't know, it probably doesn't look quite right on camera, but it is pretty watery. But it's mostly like the right consistency. So, and like the thing with paper mache, what's the best way to explain it? It's like clay. And it's no, not clay. Actually, Days, do you know how carbon fiber works? It's very similar to it's very similar to carbon fiber in the way that it's made. So you take like the carbon material and you soak it in a resin, or a high resistance resin, and you layer it all on each other, and it ends up making a pretty strong material. I mean, it's not super strong, as carbon fiber can't really resist too much pressure, But that aside, it's same in principle. You basically you soak the newspaper, and you layer it all on each other, and what happens is the glue and the cornstarch binds into the smaller parts of the paper, and it acts as like a strengthening material, basically. And when the water dries out of it, it rigidifies. It solidifies. It becomes rigid, basically. Let me take this hand. You know, let me move the water out of the way. I just realized it's in the way. But, naked hand. But, yeah, basically that's how it works. Or, no, what? No, a better example is cement. Basically, the way that paper mache works is similar to cement. So, basically you take the different materials inside of it, and I don't know if you've poured cement, but it's pretty watery when you're pouring it, or it has to be watery when you're pouring it so that it can actually form into its shape. Shit, I got this stuff inside the glove. No, ew! I feel it in the glove. Anyways, basically, the cement, the water in the cement evaporates over time as the stuff heats up. You put chunks of rock in for stability. Okay. I can see where the confusion may come on that part. Yes, you do put chunks, but basically the paper, in this case, is our chunks of rocks. And the paper, the newspaper, pretty much acts as the binding chunk material that goes in it. Okay, this is the consistency. This is the consistency we need. So yeah, so basically the cornstarch is our cement powder, the glue is our binder, and the paper is our gravel and sand that goes inside of it, so that we can have our perfect concrete mask. Okay, here we go. I don't think I need glue. You know, I'm gonna add a little more glue, just in case. It already feels sticky, but I want extra stickage, just in case. Yeah, this is gross. I got some of this stuff inside my glove. Oh no! I just spilt it on my pants. Ah, shit. This is gonna be a messy stream. Okay, that's enough. Right there. Okay. Now we've made our perfect little cement mix. Now... I'm gonna put in my gravel, my newspaper, and I'm gonna start doing it. Oh god. I just realized I put the thing on my keyboard. I don't want to make a mess of my keyboard. Hey. These... Let me put this to the side. I'm gonna have to clean up later. Yikes. Knife! There we go. Okay, so here's the mask template that I made for myself. This is a perfect shape to my face, basically. And I'm gonna be using this is pretty much what I'm gonna be using to put my cement on. This is my rebar. My rebar for our cement. Dude, I can like... it's yucky in here. Oh, it's gonna suck, like, taking it off. And when it dries. Because I already know, like, you know when you, like, get glue on your hands? And it like, dries up? And like you have to peel it off like it's dead skin, and I can already tell this is gonna start happening with this stuff, and it's gonna be yucky and gross and nasty and sucks. Let me see here. I need to make sure that none of these newspapers have any addresses on them. I don't want to get doxxed. It doesn't look like it, so that's pretty good. So, our carbon fiber cement rebar. Something that's also gonna suck, because I already know I'm gonna have to do it, is, I'm gonna likely need to put this on my face once the newspaper is on it, because I already know I'm gonna need to readjust it. It's not gonna... I doubt it's gonna hold its shape. Dipping the entire paper in works better, and if you brush it. Good question. So the main reason that I'm dipping it is so that while it's wet, I can just slather it on like this, and it can just be on. I do have some brushes, but I don't know, because I mean that's how they do carbon, the carbon fiber, is they brush the what is it, the resin on once they lay the actual material. But when you have it like this and you just put it on, it doesn't stick as good as when it's all than if it's already wet. It's a different story when like there's stuff already on it. But I don't know, it's just easier for me to like dip the page and then slather it on. And letting it like soak a bit. Yeah, it really is neat how this works. Like it seems like a simple a simple children's project, but there's a lot of like engineering properties that you can look into, or that you can find from like simple mache like this. And like, so I already said that I know how to make mache and whatnot, and that I've done it like a good portion of times before. But like I know how to do it to the point where like it's actually a real strong sturdy mask. I have a couple of like really sturdy ones, like sturdy to the point where you can actually get like some kind of blunt object or a knife and like hit it and it won't break. That's the that's the cool thing. Like paper mache can legit stop stop knives and whatnot, which is really cool. And I mean, don't think of it as like a perfect armor. Of course, like if you hit it more than one time, it'll go through. I'm not gonna say it is the armor to use, but for how cheap and easy it is to do, it's really cool. Like you can just do that. Yeah. Now you're probably gonna notice that I'm taking the pages and I'm layering them like this while I dip them. And this will actually give us a stronger lay. And so right now I'm being super basic with how I'm laying it down. I'm just getting like a base layer down. But then afterwards I'm gonna start doing some cool stuff. Just trust me on this. But this main initial layer is so that I can get everything set and I can reform it to my face. That's gonna suck. My face is gonna go all sticky. That's the one thing I don't like about paper mache. Like this is a real bad mess. No! Don't stick to the cardboard! Shit. Yeah. Let me get this. Good luck on the mask. You're going back to bed. Okay. Oh, it's 3 a.m. for you. Brother, why are you up so late? Or I guess I could say the same for myself, but alrighty, Days. Have a wonderful night and have wonderful sweet dreams. Good night. And it's always such a good time when anybody comes on and starts chatting. Now, I am able to see the chat, but I actually cannot see the view count right now because of how I have my setup. Alrighty. This is pretty thick. It's not thick enough though. I need it to be thick with 2 C's. Yeah. Today, now let me tell you about my day today. Today was a pretty hot day. I'm gonna be honest, and it's a real surprise. I'm actually gonna be real honest, because like just a couple weeks ago, or not a couple weeks ago. My bad. I mean a few days ago. It was cold outside. Like I had to put a sweater on. But then, like, today, oh man, like, let me tell you, it was about 104 today, right around that temp. God, and I had to work outside. It was rough, but I mean it's all right. I suppose I'm mostly adjusted to the heat. I'm not gonna lie, but even then, even me who is a desert dwelling people's, it gets pretty hot. You know, I actually don't know how well the background music can be heard throughout most of these streams. Unfortunately, I should really like adjust it. I have not adjusted it at all whatsoever within these actual few months that I've been live streaming. And I don't know. I should check one of these days. I'm not gonna check right now though. My hands are yucky, and I don't want to get glue inside my left hand. I gotta get this off. I've come to the conclusion that it might be a bit too wet laying on to this. You know, I'm not sure how good the camera angle is. This is the best angle that I could get, like super fast. All right, I was talking about my PC earlier because it decided to crap on me like right before stream started, and that pissed me off so much. It was working perfectly fine the whole day. And then I decided to do some gaming with my friends. I do play with them right before the streams start. And that usually calms my nerves. It's been calming my nerves before I jump into the streams, which is a good thing. That's also the reason why I don't start like slightly earlier. Because I do want to make time for them. I'll be honest. They are wonderful to hang around. Oh, by the way, I did. My back. I did play with them during the repo. Yeah, the Tuesday stream when I was doing repo. You know, that stream that stream did both. How do I explain this? It was like both good and bad. Is the best way I can put it. And like I can't explain it better than that. Because like, I don't know, it got tons of views, but those views like almost instantly left at the same time. But oddly enough, I was still able to get like good watch time from it. I don't know, all of my streams have been getting really good watch time, which is a really nice surprise, and it makes me really happy actually. And that's mainly due to the few these guys are really cool. Like watching the streams and whatnot, it makes me really happy. Because okay, lore. Channel lore for everyone to watch. Or whoever's watching, if there's anybody watching. Some lore. For the old channel. So, I don't know how many times I've actually talked about this on the stream so far, but I usually, like, just talk about it super quick and then I move on from there. But I don't know, I'll go into a little more detail right now, or I'll try to go into more detail. Because a long time ago, I did stream. Well, I did stream like a lot, or not stream, but I make videos and do live streams occasionally. And I had a whole different thing. Like like if you saw the streams then compared to now, it'd be like a huge contrast. And those ones, they didn't do too hot. They weren't, basically it wasn't doing too hot way then, as compared to these like last 2 months. These last 2 months have been like actually really good, and that also makes me like be super happy and giddy. But basically, I had this whole other thing before, and the channel was okay. It was doing alright, but I mean it did get up to the 200 then, but that was super slow. That took like years to do. But now it's, I don't know, I'm just getting a lot of stuff pretty quickly now, which is really nice. Oh jeez. This is soggy. Let me like, yeah, let's see if I can squeeze any extra liquid out of here. I am gonna have to like sand it afterwards once it dries, so that the extra starch can come off. But anyways, as I was saying, the channel before compared to now is like, it is basically super different than it was before. Oh, I actually did find something though the other day while I was looking around on the internet. What's it called? What's the website called? I don't remember the website. Shoot. It was like some let's play something. What was the name? Oh, I remember. Okay, the website was called like Let's Play Index. And I got surprised by it. Mainly because I found my channel on it. And like, I don't know, that like super surprised me because it had all of my videos indexed. And it had a whole bunch of other channels indexed, like the gaming channels basically. And it's still indexing. I checked it the other day. It's like behind by a good 3 weeks or so. But it's still indexing my channel, and it still indexes like these streams that I've been doing. And like I'm wondering who is it like a bot that does it? Like how does it check? How did it find my channel of all channels? And also the only real reason why I found this was because I was Google searching my YouTube channel. I was Google searching my channel and it popped up. Oh, some website that I don't know about. Let's Play Index. And there I am. It's only the YouTube videos though. It doesn't have any of like my super old Twitch streams updated or indexed. Which makes more sense, probably? I don't know. I did do Twitch like a long time ago. But I didn't really use it. I'm gonna be honest. I did like 3 streams on Twitch. And that got like 0 traction, and I was like, I'm over this. YouTube is, in my opinion, way better for like small channels to live stream. Because you do get the I don't know. YouTube just it shows you, it lets you get discovered better instead of being put in like a large list with a crap load of other people. Oh god, please don't be stuck to this lid. Oh. Shoot. It got stuck to it. I might have put too much glue inside the mixture. I'm gonna be honest. So I might need to hold onto it. Oh, jeez. Well, onward, I suppose. Oh, also, let me talk about my streaming schedule. So I'm probably gonna be changing it up a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. Mainly because it's summer. Summer's coming up. And so I have more free time. Which means more time for streaming. Why did I say it like that? God, that was cringe. Okay, yeah. I put too much glue in this. I should not have... As the kids say, raw dogging. Okay, let me stand it up. It'll probably be better. Less stickage. Oh, also, anyways, back to the streaming. Yeah, back to the scheduling. So my thought process is, excuse me, my back really killing me. I mean, I could lean back a little more, but now I have to stretch out my hands like this. I really did this. I really set up like super poorly for this stream. I'm gonna be honest. I could have done better. But this is the best I could do to prevent any big messes. Anyways, the scheduling. I keep getting distracted. So the plan is to start mixing it up a bit. I'm thinking going like 50-50 with gaming content and non-gaming content. I don't know, like stuff like this. Making mess, and art. I guess. Ew. You can barely see that. I got a hair. One of my hairs came off. One of my long, luscious locks. I really should stream earlier. I don't know. This late at night really is the only real time that I get to myself. I'm gonna be honest though. It'll be like really hard trying to stream earlier. I don't know. I think I've explained this before too, but I also have like, I don't know, insomnia. I think that's what it's called. The one where you can't sleep. And so this I don't know, these late night streaming sessions that I've been doing have kind of been helping with it. Because it does let me get some activity out of my system. You know, let me talk about my day. A fairly fine, could have been a better day. It was alright. Me and my dad's been working on this small project. I mean, it's not a small project. It's actually a very big project that I'm thinking about it. But we're clearing out a space in our backyard to install a swimming pool. But the thing that sucks is that we're manually digging out the space for it. So it's a lot, and mainly, so I mean we have a lot of stuff like stockpiled everywhere, a lot of building material because we do a lot of like construction and architectural jobs, but so for the last couple of days I ended up having to help move around a whole lot of bricks and lava rocks and garbage, and we also took down the fence that we have in our yard because it is it was falling over basically. The fence. So we had to put in a new fence as well. So we may as well do all of that stuff at the same time. But it's been a hell of a project so far. And like I said, the temperature for the last for today and like it was yesterday also, it's been pretty up there. Okay. That's a pretty good coating right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sand these middle parts here after the fact. I can already tell. But that's a-okay. My apologies for all the groaning I'm gonna be doing. My back hurts. Because one of the other things that we had to do to set up for the pool was get rid of some like trees. And they basically it was just wild trees, like trees we didn't plant. But they got really thick. And that is I mean one of the freaking trees that we dug out ended up having we had to dig down like 4 feet. And like the roots were still going lower, by the way. We just got fed up after 4 feet and used the chainsaw to cut off the root because it was a thick Okay, so the best way to explain like this tree, it was basically like 4 trees in one spot. Like there's no other way to put it. It was 4 trees that were like it was one tree, but it had 4 stalks coming out of it, like fingers, like this. It was like that, and then the trunk was like this. By the way, the trees were coming out from the okay, so the ground layer was like right here where the trees were, so we just thought it was like 4 trees that were next to each other, but the trunk went down like that, and the trunk itself was a good 2 feet, which sucked, and then the root system under it was the extra 2 feet that we dug, but it was it was hot garbage getting it out. because we also had to dig around a whole lot just so we could get the chainsaw like down there. We unfortunately don't have like a little mini chainsaw or anything like that. Yeah. My hand feels gross. Like, you guys have no idea how it feels. Like, the glue got in here, and as I've been moving it around, my sweat's been mixing up with it, and like, it's up in my fingers now. Like, ugh. It's very uncomfortable. You know, I think I might be laying it on thick enough, actually, not have to do all the extra maneuvers that I need to do. You know, I'm just gonna do my extra maneuvers anyways. There's no need to pander around it. Man, I really need to get myself like a box fan because it is hot down here. I am getting sweaty. I am sweaty and sticky and icky and it sucks. Yeah. You know, I wonder how much I'm actually going to be able to get done by the time 2 o'clock runs around. Or, you know, I might go a little past 2 today. I don't know, just depends on how much of this I get done. Because, like, if I'm, like, near the end, I mean, like, I may as well just finish it up, you know? You know, I ended up putting this specific stream in the, entertainment category. For anyone who doesn't know, and or anyone watching, I suppose, watching and listening, when you make YouTube content, you label your specific video into categories. So for like gaming videos, you put it in the gaming category, but for other stuff, you put it in their specific niches. Like when I was doing the Blender 3D stuff, I actually put the live stream into the science and or the science and technology. That's what it is. So, and I was really thinking like what category this stream specifically would have ended up having to be put in. But I ended up, I mean, when I can't figure it out, I usually default to, like, entertainment. Because there's nothing wrong with putting it in the entertainment category. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, all YouTube videos are just entertainment videos to entertain people. But I was really debating if I should have put in like how-tos, the how-to in some, I think, I don't know, the how-to video category, or the or back into the science and tech basically. But I don't know, it's too late now. I don't want to touch my keyboard with my sticky hands. Yikes! Why isn't this part working? You getting soaked. Soak already. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah, there's too much glue. Shit. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. It's beneficial in a way. Now, Deus actually did mention this earlier about brushing the material on, and so I actually think I'm gonna start doing that right now, actually. Simply just taking thinner strips, I guess, like this. There we go. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and lay these on like this without actually soaking them too much, because the mask itself is super soaked, like worse than it's like like I filled this stuff with like a super soaker and just like went straight at it. This should help though, like just putting dry paper right on top of here. I hope. I just like take this whole strip, actually lay it on. You know, okay, so back to yapping, I suppose. Something I've been wanting to do is making a pizza oven. But I always struggle to like start the project. I like think of a design and like it should be basic. I'm gonna be honest. It really should be basic. But like once you actually start planning like where to put it and whatnot is when it starts getting like turning into a complicated project. And I do have like the bricks to do it. Oh no. Please don't be stuck. Shoot. I need to get this in quickly. Oh. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. I can just... It's fine! Anyways, I've been wanting to make a pizza oven. And it's due to the fact that I've really been craving wood-fired pizza. Like I've been craving it to an extent that's more of an obsession than like just a normal craving. And it really sucks because I have no pizza places near me that do like that traditional wood fire pizza stuff. Like, I have to drive more than, like, 20 miles to get to the nearest actual place that has wood-fired pizza. Like, okay, if I could get, like, man, I'm already thinking about this is gonna make me hungry, but I can't eat any of my snacks because my hands are dirty. Oh, the agony. But if I could, like, find, or no, not even. If I could get a pizza oven, that would be so cash money. Oh no. Dude, this mask is gonna be so tough by the time I'm done with it. Like, you have no idea. More paper! Yikes. Let's see. I have to check these newspapers before I start tearing them up. I don't... because they might have an address on them. Yeah, I really don't need any addresses getting out. I'm looking at this paper real quick. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, this one has an address. Let me take that off real quick. Okay. This one's good to use now. You know, I was talking about something earlier, and I really forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? You know what? It's probably not important. If I don't remember. Or no, wait. I do remember. It was the streaming schedules. Wait, did I finish talking about that, actually? I don't remember if I finished talking about it. Anyways, yeah. As I was saying, I'm thinking about actually going ahead and doing pretty much almost every day for streaming instead of just Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Simply because, like, I have more free time now since it's summer. I don't know, but that's a maybe. That's a big maybe, a big if. More than anything. But I don't know, the idea that I'm thinking about with the extra streaming days is doing gaming on like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the other stuff on the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Like the weird the more niche kind of stuff like this project. I'm also planning to stream with friends, so hopefully they aren't too cringe. I don't know, my friends, they weren't very cringe. The last Tuesday. That was like a test run to see how well all of us playing together would do. And honestly, they are pretty much down to join in the streams, which is pretty cash money. Oh. But it also makes me happy. But they're fine with joining along on the streaming. And they also have channels, by the way, so it's not like a weird thing. Well, one of them has an established channel. The other one just barely made their channel. Mr. JP Crazy Bean. That's but I don't know. His plan is more or less just to record the sessions rather than streaming them. And then he'll post them a bit afterwards. Or that's basically what he's planning to do with it. Fresh. But for me, I don't know. I find it easier to just do live streams rather than like doing video content. If I don't know if that makes sense. Mainly because I don't know, the main issue that I had when it comes to like the video content, I would record like a whole lot of stuff all at once and then edit it afterwards. But the issue is that once I got it recorded, it would take up way too much space from my PC. Like hundreds of gigabytes. I ended up having like stockpiled of just gaming footage, which is not good. Because then I can't play the games and record. Man, it's gonna be real cringe if like the background music can barely be heard. I'm just over here humming to it. But then like, I don't know, there's no context to it. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, I've watched back a couple of the streams so far. Mainly as a way to see if everything's working out on the stream. And they, for the most part, have been singing fine. But I mean, other than that, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too worried. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Hey, this is thick already. Holy shit. I didn't think it was gonna get thick this quick. I mean, I guess I did, like, stack a lot. I don't know. Maybe shoot. I don't know if I stacked too many layers all at once. This might not be a good thing. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm worrying too much. I'm thinking too much into it. I just gotta get it. I just gotta get it done. So there's this mache mask that I've made before, a long time ago, and I was trying to do one of those Japanese fox masks, and I do still have it, but I don't like how it turned out. In fact, I stopped liking it before I even finished. Mainly because of how it looked. So, you know, maybe it just looks wrong because I don't have it painted yet, but it looked like a furry mask, like a paper mache furry, and and that's not what I was trying to go for. And so the moment I saw like furry was the moment that it filled me with very much disdain and disappointment. And like I never got rid of it. I probably should have. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't get rid of it yet, though. This is gonna be an awkward spot right here, because there isn't much material in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put more than one newspaper there, I guess. I just realized that some of my stream stuff can be seen on the screen. Yikes. I Man, that's a big dip right there in viewership. Look at that. Oh, it went back up. Never mind. So something I've been looking into is a capture card. Like a cheap one. Because I don't wanna pay $70 for like a capture card that I'm not gonna use as often. But the thing is like with all the cheap ones, they all have bad reviews. Which makes sense. Obviously, I mean they're cheap. I don't know. I just don't want to pay $70 for something like that. But maybe the bad reviews are just aren't using the capture card correctly. Because oftentimes it mentions that the audio doesn't go through to the stream. Which I don't know if that's like just the thing that happens regularly, or if that's just the capture cards actually being hot garbage. But I really would like to do like a little bit of Nintendo Switch gameplay. Here's my Switch. You can barely see it right here. You see? But yeah, I would like to do some of the Switch gameplay, but mainly like old games, the old like Mario and Zelda games, more than like just actual games on the Switch. I mean like Switch gaming. It's kind of bad. Not gonna lie. And I could get a Switch too, but like I said, I'm poor. I don't know. I don't. Maybe I'm just stingy because I don't like spending my money on stuff. The only like big purchases I've ever made in my life is my car and my PC. Other than that, I don't splurge. I don't like to splurge. If I can do something for as cheap as possible, I will go out of my way to like be cheap. Oh my god, my back is hurting. I don't want to say it, but I might be getting old. Probably not. No, I'm not getting old. I'm just withering in my bones. No, I did. I mean, I did hurt my back a long while ago. I don't know. It was like last year. I got a pretty bad back injury. Unfortunately. But I've pretty much mostly recovered from that. But my back does get uncomfortable from time to time. Unfortunately. And when I'm just sitting up straight like this. This is when it really starts to feel stiff. Yikes, this is gonna be a gap right here from what it looks like. Oh well. Yeah, it is pretty easy to mess up the mache sometimes, not gonna lie. Because there has been times when I was like, just going at it, and then I ended up having like an air pocket clump inside of it that was just the sauce. My white sauce here. And it ended up drying as like a big gap inside of the mask, which was not good. Put something right. It ended up holding itself. You know what I should get? Actually, though, now that I'm like feeling it, I should really get like one of those cheap Walmart box fans, because the airflow in this room was like horrendous. I'm really starting to feel it with this summer heat. Like the winter tends to be pretty fine down here in this room, but like winter temperature here, it does get down in the 40s and 30s. There's been a few years actually when it went down to like 28 over here during the night. Those nights suck. Like my toes start to hurt, and my bones feel crippled the next morning afterwards. Like I'll just be in my bed, all like fuck. More than 3 layers of blankets because of how cold it gets. And then the summers, ugh. I have to go no blankets and a fan sometimes. And then it's humid also. I probably also need to get a Wi-Fi booster, because I've been noticing, like, I don't know, my Wi-Fi is supposed to be actually good, but I've been noticing, like, sometimes it'll dip 1 bar, like right here, and, you know, oh, yeah, no, that's just my clock. But no, the Wi-Fi will like dip sometimes during the streams also, and I don't know if that affects the stream, I want to be honest. From what I've been seeing, it doesn't seem to affect it from the viewing end. From my end, it does lag sometimes, though, from what I have noticed. My hand feels gross. Like, actually. I might take the glove off as more of a safety concern rather than a comfort concern because of how it's feeling. Because I did put salt in the mixture, and I don't know how saline this mixture is. Because I didn't put too much salt in it, but ASMR hand grinding. Oh god, that made a mess. Let me mix this back in here. This is all runny and gooey and creamy and yucky. So, I think I'm actually gonna be able to just straight up finish this mask. Or the actual sculpting of the mask. By the time the stream ends. I should be able to. I don't know, it's seeming very likely, is what I'm getting at. Which is pretty cool. Because, I don't know, I thought I was gonna have to do like, there's this thing I do whenever I make the mache masks, where I roll the paper into rolls, and I'll stick them on as like padding through here. Usually on, it's either on the inside or the outside, but like that gives it like slightly extra girth, but also more strength to just like do stuff. But I'm thinking I'm probably not even gonna need to do that with how with how girthy it is right now. Oh no. This is acting weird. There's one thing I'm dreading with this project. Because it's coming up pretty soon, but I'm gonna have to put this on my face. Just so I can like shape it. Really don't want my face to get sticky. It's already hot in here. I'm sweating up a storm already. But this has salt and glue and starch and it's gonna be yucky. But there's, I don't know what's the saying, there's pain and beauty, or uncomfortable, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I need to stand up for a second. My back is actually hurting pretty bad. Yikes. You know, let me try to scooch a little closer so I can like recline myself a little. This feels a bit better than before, but it still kind of sucks. Man, this is actual ass. Man, this is way too much. It should be fine. Okay. To just leave it like this. Yeah. I'll just leave it. Where was I? Here. Okay, it's starting to harden a bit. You know what? I think I should explain why there's salt in this. Actually. Because that's the only outlier ingredient that wouldn't make sense as far as additives towards the mask. But since I'm using cornstarch and water, the likelihood of this mask getting mold is very high. If there's nothing to prevent the mold. And I know that the glue does have like additives in it, but even then, I've had a couple of times where the mask would just get molded up, even with the glue in it. And I found that having salt inside of the masks do keep them from getting moldy. I'm gonna have to sweep up after all of this is done. It's not noticeable, but I have tons of starch, glued up starch particles all over me and the floor. You know, a lot of these playlists that I've been finding or using from YouTube, they really feel like they're using a lot of the same songs. And that's not an issue, but I'm legitimately using like different videos every single time. They are most of them are from the same guy though. So that's probably why. this. You know, I did compare the paper mache to an armor earlier, and I just thought about it, but weren't Japanese samurai armors made from stacked paper? So, like, wouldn't paper mache masks be kind of like samurai armor? Ah, fuck. That would kind of make sense, maybe, as to why they're like, I don't know, the good masks are actually like super tough. And like I have made masks where I've physically taken like blades and whatnot and I've hit them and they pretty much mostly resist it. I mean, they're obviously not gonna resist the getting hit by a chunk of metal. I mean, like, they aren't that good. But the fact that they don't break is what I'm getting at. Maybe if it was like a really sharp blade, then it'd probably just slice through it. But then again, I also do have reinforcement inside of this. So there's that too. I don't know. I'd say this mask at the end of this project should be pretty impact resistant. Like not super resistant, but very resistant. This is looking really nice, I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprising myself with this one. Come here. Gotta get a new paper. Let me see. Do you have an address on you? Hey, oh, oh, that's good. I'm gonna lean back a little bit. I really need to rest my back just a bit. I'll try to get my hands the best I can into the camera. See, I'm gonna skip these right here for the moment. I will come back to because they need a little extra special attention to work properly. you know, retracting a little bit, or not retracting, but going off of something I was talking about earlier, my friends. I was surprised to find out that a good portion of them were watching the streams. Because, like, I did mention it to them, that, oh, I'm gonna start streaming around this time and whatnot. Because we do have gaming sessions pretty often. And it's often enough to obstruct schedules with it. And that's why I brought it up to them. But, I don't know, it makes me happy knowing that they go out of their way to watch the stream sometimes. And also participate in the streams. Like, I had no idea one of them was actually watching, even when they were chatting. I thought that was just some random person, like, having a good time in the stream. I mean, they were having a good time, though. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fun. I think that was during the Minesweeper. They were the one freaking gaslighting, or not gaslighting, peer pressuring during the stream. And the whole time I thought it was just like some kid. But no. You know, actually, I'm also curious about viewers that do watch it, because I know that they not too many people come on during the streams, which is fine. But I mean I've been getting a surprising amount of views like afterwards, which is the main thing that's like surprising me, to be honest. Because like the repo stream, the actual live did kind of bad. Like barely anybody actually tuned into it. But then like afterwards, like, oh, so many, like, got a crap load of views. Like, I don't know how. Anyways, but I've been checking like analytics and stuff, and it's weird because like, I don't know, the majority of the viewers, it shows it as like percentages on YouTube, but like the majority of it of viewers are from the Philippines, which really threw me off just seeing that. Like, why from there? I do know that YouTube has made an AI kind of deal that auto-translates videos, but I don't think my videos would be doing that. Unless it just, like, does it like a speech to text to speech kind of thing. Or a speech to speech? I don't know. I have watched some channels that do have, like, that speech to text to speech thing enabled, and I really don't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds weird. It's a few of the I don't know, it was, I forgot which nationality it was, but it was one of them. And it really threw me off because it was speaking English, but it sounded like a robot, basically. It basically just sounds like a robot when it's talking. I don't know. And I found myself preferring just the regular captions while hearing their normal voice. You know, something about it's more natural, more human. I guess. Okay. You know, I don't think I need to layer it. This is thick as hell. Especially this side. It ended up thicker than that side. I might need to do a little bit of layering on this side, just so the thicknesses can match up. Or, I don't know, it might be close enough actually. Yeah, no, it's thinner on the edge here than it is right here. Yeah, that's an easy fix actually. They just put a glop of newspapers there. This is dry and funky though. I'm gonna say. It's like, yeah, I put too much glue. I'm gonna keep saying it because it's true. I put too much glue inside of this. I made way too much. I was expecting myself to like need, I don't know. I thought I was gonna need like a lot more than what I actually used. And now I don't know what it would do. I don't know what to do with all this extra now. Because this is way too much that I'm gonna need. Okay, let me go ahead and just get these corners now. I'm at that point where I just need to get these right here pretty much. You know, I'm not sure how much more often this mask is actually going to be seen after this, but I do definitely plan to use it during the IRL streams that I do want to do. Like, I don't know, I do want to do projects like this more. I don't know, something about it. To me at least, it feels more, it's more unique and entertaining than like regular gaming content, but I don't know, the gaming content is also doing a lot better than I expected it to do. Like, I don't know, and this goes back to what, this tracks back to what I was talking about earlier also with my channel and the big change that I did in the channel. Like, how it was a lot different than it is now. But like, man, the majority of this stream is just me dipping my fingers in the glue and petting the mask. Nice mask, tough mask, warm mask. I'm actually gonna need to do a little bit of sculpting. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking too far ahead. Actually, I'm not close to done. Because I want this to be like a form fit on my face. And that's mainly the only reason why I'm gonna be plopping this onto my face coming up here pretty soon. If I can extend that time and prevent it as much as I can, though. I'm just trying to buy some time before I plop it right on. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's almost end of stream. Shoot. I'm almost out of time. Oh god. Oh no. Wah. Wah. Oh. Whoa. Anyways, here's my, call to action, I guess. If you're, watching the stream as a VOD after the fact, go ahead and like and subscribe. This is my low energy call to action. If you like nice, calm, unexhilarating content like this, where I just yap and use my fingers in magical ways. then like and subscribe. There's a pocket right here. I'm gonna have to deal with that right now. Because that's gonna be awkward afterwards. I've made enough of these masks to know when something's not right. So what I like to do, don't tell anybody, this cheating trick. Here's Will's tip of the day. Just take some mache like this and bundle it like that, and then just stick it in there like that. Remember to get it soaked. That needs a little bit more in there. We'll just take another one and crumple it up in there. Just like this. Just like this. Just gotta stick it in there like that. And then glue it on. And then it's simple. Very, very simple. You just take one of these and you go. You just go like this. You just paste it on. Just like that. And it's like it was never there. And then afterwards, if I need to, I can just sand it. I can just sand it with a sander. You know, I don't know if I want to actually sand down here though. My back. there is not quite enough airflow in this room down here to be sanding glued up newspaper and cornstarch. That's gonna absolutely choke me. I can already feel it. Or I can predict the future. You know, I totally just straight up put that on the side that was thicker. I probably shouldn't have. Oh well. What can you do? It's already done. Let me adjust a little bit. Ugh. Ouchie, my back. Ugh. Dude, every single time I stream, I start acting like an old person. But I'm not old, I promise. I'm not that old. All these kids are they're too young. They're too young to be watching the YouTubes. Go. Paper! Let's see. You know, I'm looking at this, and it's pretty much as thick as it can be. There are some parts that are, like, thicker than the others, though. Well, just gotta keep going forward. And I do gotta... I don't know, should I thicken this side? Seems pretty thick anyways, it's just that they're uneven thicknesses on both sides. You know, it's not noticeable. It'll be noticeable to me, though, which is the issue. I'm gonna thicken it. Just a little bit. Just so I won't be bothered by it. I can simply just take all of this. Hahaha. Hehehe. Ho. Oh no, I lost some glue. It's lost in the sauce. Yeah. Some papers are gone, but you know, that's fine. Just gotta squeeze out some of this. You know, this is kind of like plaster. I wonder what I can do with the rest of this, because I do have a lot. left over. And I already know that this is gonna dry in this mold like this. I can figure that out later. But let me just like put this here. And now my secret genius plan is hide it. Just hide it under everything. Here we go. And it's like it's not even there. There's a bad mess in my room. Oh my god. Why is this stuff gotta be so sticky and icky and ewy and gross and... You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. This is my icky sticky mess that I made all over the place. That's what she said. Oh my god. I hope that doesn't get taken out of context. My icky sticky mess that's all over the floor. Oh. My white goo. That's gross. I'm gonna stop. You know what? I think I'm gonna wait for this to dry just a teeny tiny bit before I stick it onto my face. Because I really don't want to get my face sticky. And I mean, it's a process that it's a piece of the process that needs to be done. But it's a part of the process that I always don't like. But I mean, this is good. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry a little bit before I stick it on my face. While it's drying off, I guess let me hold it in a way. I'll try to hold it in a way that's similar to how I had it, because it's straightened out from what it looks. And hopefully that works. Anyways, in video games. Ooh, talking about video games again. I don't know. I've been thinking about what to play. Especially when if I'm gonna be like playing with my friends coming on, and we've overplayed like a lot of the friend slop games, so to say, but dry, but I don't know. Dry. Also, games I'm playing solo. I kind of want to do Elden Ring. I was doing a playthrough, but then I stopped. And then I completely forgot about it. But that was like more than a year ago at this point. But I'm really thinking about getting back into Elden Ring. Doing doing a build around more centralized to my character. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! You know what, this is as dry as it's probably gonna get. While still being moldable. My face is... my camera's probably gonna freak out when I put this on my face. Okay. Let's see. I can do it. Yucky! You know what? It's surprisingly comfortable. My face is gross now. Fuck. Okay, I gotta form it. I gotta form it on my face just so it can like. Man. Form fitting. And you know, it's kind of like with shoes. The what old shoemakers would do. Actually, custom shoemakers also do this, where they take the foot of the person that they're custom fitting a shoe to. Basically, this is custom fitted, is what I'm getting at. I'm custom fitting this to my face. Oh man, it's touching my hair. My vtuber model is probably freaking the heck out right now. I have no idea. Or maybe it's not. And it just looks normal. Unblinking eyes that are just facing straight forward. I'm not sure if it's actually even detecting my eyeballs, since my eyeballs are covered. You know, I also need to make the eyeball holes. Let me like... You know, I'm just gonna let it dry. a bit. I can't see the chat either. I can't see anything right now. If anybody's there. I'm just gonna let it dry, like slightly though, to my face. Not on, or, to the shape of my face, I guess. And honestly, this really does feel like clay. And to describe it, sticky clay. Sticky clay. I'm probably gonna have a hard time cleaning my face after this. But you know what? This is the price for comfort. Oh, but anyways, back to what I was saying about shoemakers. And people who the shoemakers, the cobblers that make custom fitted shoes. I know that nowadays they use a foam, a formable foam that they press into the foot of the person they're making custom shoes for. But I'll just let this sit on my face for a few moments, I guess. But they make the custom forms, and they work with that form that they make, and I believe they plaster it so that it's more permanent because the foam is pretty weak. I don't need to do all that for my face here, since I have my face right here. But yeah. This is quite boring. Sucks. Oh man. Like I have no idea if anybody's like chatting right now, due to the fact that I can't see. But I want this to like dry just a bit, or just enough that it'll keep its shape without me having like hold it. You know, afterwards, I'm gonna need to come in with, like, my knife and cut out the eye holes as well. And I don't know if the camera's actually, like, what it's seeing right now. It's probably a bit boring since there's nothing going on, since I am fitting this to my face. You know what? This is probably long enough. It's... Oh my god. It's stuck. It's stuck. Shit. Ouch. Oh, ouch. Oh, I can see again. Those are my eyebrows. Okay, I'm gonna have to check the damage after the stream. Shit, let me... Fuck. This feels grody. Okay, well, I mean, at least it's fitted now. And it should keep its shape. I'm gonna have to go over it again, though, after the fact. Because I do see some parts peeling off. But I should let it dry first, now that it's in form. I'm also going to check my eyebrows real soon, coming up. Or you know what I can do, actually. Let me close this starch bottle since I'm not going to need it anymore. And let me just use this as like... And that should keep it... Yeah, that should keep it in shape. This is gonna be probably a bad idea, but let me do it one more time. On my face. Real quick. Just real quick. Just so it can, like, have a finalized form. I already did it. Ugh. Doesn't matter at this point. Yeah. So gross, by the way. Ouch. Yeah, that's about the angle. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's actually a perfect angle fit. Ugh. But you know what? Yeah, this is this is pretty much it. As far as I can go for tonight. Saturday, I will continue it, and I do need some other tools for the next couple parts, especially I need a drill specifically for the eyes, but I do need to wait for it to dry before I do all that. Plus, it's also the end. It's the end time of the stream, anyways. So that's more or less the reason why I'm ending right now. Well, we're past the ending of the stream, or for how long I usually stream. Now let me. Oh my god, this is these are like this is just solid from how solid it is. I think I should be able to get away with using this again by Saturday, hopefully. With it be willing. Let me get these off. Let me see the damage inside this glove because some of this stuff got in here. No, it's not bad. It's just sweaty. It's kind of gross, though. It's still kind of gross. Ugh. This is a gross project. I'm gonna go wash myself up. This is nasty. Let's see, do I have a lid for this bowl? I don't think I do. Okay. I'll have to get one tomorrow. Man, I got a bunch of stuff, like, poured on my legs and all stuck to it. Anyways. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, consider subscribing. if you're watching the live stream as a bot after the fact, then you're very cool, and if you're watching it right now, you're also very cool. In fact, you're probably cooler. You're cooler than the video watchers who watch afterwards. But ew. Oh, that's a newspaper. But yeah. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. Hopefully, the content I'm making is enjoyable enough. It's always a good idea to go ahead and leave a comment as well. Leave a comment in the comment section saying how much you enjoyed the video, because that'll make me happier. Anyways, that's gonna be it for tonight. Hopefully, everybody who jumped in enjoyed. But with that being said, have a great night. Now, all this stuff off my face. This button. There we go. Bye-bye.